Hey, it's Gabby. So, as the business first voiceover coach, I talk an awful lot with voice actors about branding and marketing, how you can be original, and the things that you can do as a voice actor to take some unique approaches, and most importantly, the things to avoid. A few months back, there was a bit of a Facebook explosion that you may have seen with a relatively well-known voiceover actor, certainly somebody who does a decent amount of work in terms of getting his name out there, just not always in the best light. The issue started because he posted, "Hey everybody, check out my new voiceover logo." And the storm ensued because what he had done was blatantly taken the logo of another equally, if not more well-known voiceover actor and photoshopped his name in place of the original person, thereby blatantly stealing this gentleman's logo. This particular instance was a little bit more, I don't know, shall we say maniacal, intentional, than I think it is in most everyday situations. What I see more often than not is simply people not knowing. A little bit of stupidity, a little bit of naivete that leads to really, really poor, really bad marketing and branding decisions. So I want to talk about just that, things that you can do to avoid making those same mistakes. As far as the other guy goes, and this goes for any of you, if you are blatantly stealing someone's work, I only have one thing to say to you.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So, things not to do. Thing number one. Google image searches are not your friend. In today's day and age, we have all stolen an image. Sometimes it's been intentional, sometimes it's unintentional, and it's all ultimately about use and what we're doing with it. Whether it's planning a kid's birthday party or a friend's baby shower, you have probably at some point in time stolen a graphic. Now, these minor infractions, while yes, they're still technically illegal, are not going to really raise any red flags or get you into any major trouble. The other thing is there are some images that are just so oversaturated throughout the stratosphere that is the internet. And we have to be really careful about, again, what you're finding and what you're using and in what application. But the first thing, that single most important thing to understand, is that everything on the web is owned by someone else. And the only way that you are allowed to legally use it is if you pay for it, is if you contact the owner, find out who it is, use a service like Getty Images or Shutterstock and buy the rights to use a picture or a graphic. Or, of course, if you hire a graphic designer to build you something from scratch, but in that case, you're not going to simply be stumbling upon it on a web search. But this is where it gets really important. So I went to Google Images and I just typed in voiceover to see what would come up. And I want to show you one image very specifically. This damn microphone and this set of headphones has been plaguing me, I kid you not, for the better part of 10 years. Now, interestingly, this is its updated version. Let me show you the original, because conveniently, it's right here. It was green. All this sucker is the epitome of any image that has to do with sound and recording. Why is this image such a problem? Why does this image give me such pains? Because every year, for the last 10 years at least, I have seen dozens, if not hundreds, of voice actor websites that feature this photo. I have seen dozens of voice actor logos that utilize this photo. I have seen every pay-to-play website use this photo. And I've also seen it as the background on business cards. Why? Because it comes up on the first page of Google image search. Forget about microphones. Forget about headphones. Forget about sound waves. Forget about all this caca that everyone else is already using. And focus on the thing that really matters, your voice. And more specifically, what a client gets when they employ your voice. I pulled up vistaprint.com. Hey, Vistaprint's a great website, inexpensive for business cards, postcards, marketing material at large, right? Pretty much everybody uses Vistaprint. Nothing wrong with that. What there is something wrong with is using one of their templates as is. I have seen over the years, I kid you not, hundreds of this exact business card. I remember a couple of years back being at Voice International, one of the big voiceover conferences in Anaheim. After one of my speaking engagements, the seminar that I had done, the panel, whatever I was doing that particular day, I had folks come up to me afterward, specifically to hand me their business card. I had 4 people in a row, completely unrelated, hand me this exact business card. Back to the mainframe of this template, when I just keyword searched microphones, there's 34 designs here, all of which I have seen ad nauseum. Most of them, and you yourself will probably be able to tell which are the most popular because you've seen them. Hell, you might even be using one of them. Stop it! This is how we fall into these ruts, these giant kind of pits of a sea of voice actors where no one ever finds you and you're not really making an impact with your brand and your marketing. Because if you're using one of these business cards, you don't have a brand. You don't have a marketing plan. That becomes incredibly clear to the recipient of your business card. Same exact thing goes for website templates, whether it be Wix or Snap Pages or GoDaddy or WordPress. Modify, modify, modify. You just have to take the time to change the template. You have to make something your own. If you don't have the skill, if you don't have the knowledge to DIY, hire someone. You're going to need people who can help you to take your idea and flesh it out and make it something that's all your own.